Name is Gal, and I'm Jewish.
Is it? I assure you, you can announce that you're Jewish and no one will be upset about that.
We would see people not condemning Hamas, but celebrating, justifying, and cheering on a massacre of Jews.
Israel has killed over 60,000 people in Gaza. And that is surely an undercount.
But a bunch of Aryan-looking people that comes from Eastern Europe and pretends that God gave them the land 2,000, 3,000 years ago.
Right.
And she's like, how dare they? They should know that we're allowed to slaughter the Palestinians. But we're a people of love. Are you? Because Israel doesn't look like it's a people of love right now. And by the way, you're an awful actress.
She is a bad actress. Her acting is not great. It's just not, okay?
So here we have Israeli actress and ex-IDF soldier, Gadot, known to most for her portrayal of Wonder Woman in the Marvel films, bleating like a deranged sheep that her recent insignificant Snow White movie flopped because of her support for Israel, aiming the fury of her shield and magical sword in a particular direction as to lambast pro-Palestinian or simply pro-human life supporters. Strap in, as you already know, that Kasparian is not going to stand for that.
Name is Gal, and I'm Jewish. Isn't it crazy that just saying that, just expressing such a simple fact about who I am, feels like a controversial statement? But sadly, this is where we're at today.
Is it? All right, well, that was actress Gal Gadot. I'd never seen that video before. I assure you, you can announce that you're Jewish and no one will be upset about that. But
in fact, you'll get massive protections that no one else gets in America.
That's true.
Like our lives are not protected. Your feelings are protected by Congress and every college. And I mean, every institution in America, all of mainstream media.
We actually wanted to talk about why Gal Gadot thinks that a movie that she recently starred in, the live action Snow White, flopped, and it did flop. Now she thinks it flopped because of her unwillingness to speak out against Israel. So before we get to her most recent comments, let's hear what she said at the ADL's Never Is Now summit. This was 2.5 weeks before the movie came out on March 4th. Take a look.
And never did I imagine that on the streets of the United States and different cities around the world, we would see people not condemning Hamas, but celebrating, justifying, and cheering on a massacre of Jews.
Absolute insanity. The question that many would ask themselves is that does this woman truly believe in what she is saying, or far worse, spouting out nonsense predicated on very blind loyalty, or maybe even just simply sheer wickedness?
We, the Jewish people, are an ancient people with an ancient story in an ancient homeland. We are the people that celebrate life. We work to see better and more peaceful future. We challenge hate when we face it, but we do it with love while always striving to make the world a better place.
Israel has killed over 60,000 people in Gaza. And that is surely an undercount since the bodies that remain trapped under the rubble of the leveled Gaza Strip have not been counted in the official death toll. There are hundreds of thousands of Palestinians missing in Gaza.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
Okay, real quick on that. So her version of reality is that people were in the streets cheering for the massacre of Jews all over the world. I didn't see that. Did you guys see that? Did you see people all over the world cheering on October 7th or 8th? I want to be super clear. That video was from February of this year.
Yeah.
So she's talking about not anybody cheering a year and a half earlier than that, right? But she's talking about peace protests all across the world saying, can you please stop slaughtering the Palestinians? And she's like, how dare they? They should know that we're allowed to slaughter the Palestinians. But we're a people of love. Are you? Because Israel doesn't look like it's a people of love right now. It looks like people cheering on one of the most stomach-churning genocides of our lifetimes.
The not-too-distant future will look back on this time with absolute horror and shame, similarly to how many look back on the Nazis, naively wondering just how that was allowed to happen. Well, the answer is the same way it is being justified and allowed to happen today.
I don't care about any of the gobbledygook, right? But a bunch of Aryan-looking people that comes from Eastern Europe and pretends that God gave them the land 2,000, 3,000 years ago, right? And oh no, we're the real Jews. Okay, and God loves the Jews, and we should take all the land. No, that's a deeply racist position that the Israeli government has. And I'm not interested in you pretending that you're the good guys in the middle of the horrific genocide that we're all seeing.
And again, that speech came out 2.5 weeks before the live action Snow White film came out on March 4th. So, she suspects that her commentary about Israel is what led to the film performing poorly. I think it might be a factor. I don't think that's the full reason. So look, last week she went on a no off limits questions or no off limit questions style interview on Israeli TV. And she was asked about how the film performed poorly, right? And here's what she said. I was sure that the movie was going to be a huge success. And then October 7th happened. And what's happening in all kinds of industries and also in Hollywood is that there's a lot of pressure on celebrities to speak out against Israel.
What are you talking about?
What?
On what planet? I mean, look guys, but like if you said anything against Israel for like the first year of the slaughter, okay, you were gonna be your career was gonna be in a lot of trouble. And that's not a trope, that's people in Hollywood announcing it publicly, writing letters. If you are against Israel, we will eliminate your career, okay? We're gonna call you anti-Semites and make sure you never work again. They sent letters like that. And then she's pretending that, oh my God, I said something pro-Israel and that's what hurt my career in Hollywood. Who are you kidding? And by the way, you're an awful actress.
She is a bad actress.
She's gorgeous. You're among the worst of all time.
I think she's beautiful, but her acting is not great. It's just not, okay?
Not a literal question, of course. But what indeed is the world coming to when a shite movie flopping is now blamed on anti-Semitism? Maybe this ex-IDF soldier should have a little whisper in the log hole of her mate, Netanyahu.
But the film had lots of issues. In fact, the other star in the film, Rachel Zegler, was just always embroiled in controversy and always saying things that upset people. On August 12th of 2024, 3 days after Rachel Zegler hit the stage at Disney's D23 fan event to introduce the first official trailer of Snow White, she thanks supporters effusively in an X post for driving the teaser to 120 million views in 24 hours. 1 minute later, she added an afterthought in the same thread, and always remember free Palestine. So look, this is obviously a very controversial issue. So if you refuse to condemn Israel, or if you support Palestine, you're gonna upset people. So both actresses, both stars of this film weighed in on the matter, and I'm sure that they turned people off. Gal Gadot says that she had no ill will about Zegler, saying, I even enjoyed working with Rachel Zegler. We laughed, we talked, and it was fun. But Zegler's comment at the time was considered very controversial, leading to discussions with the film's producer, Mark Platt, who hit her up and was like, yo, what are you doing?
Wait, I thought Jews were being discriminated against. I thought Israelis were being discriminated against. It's weird that the only person who got a talking to was the one who just said something benign like free Palestine.
Right, exactly.
You have hurt the career of Gal Gadot by saying free the Palestinians. Don't you know the bigger star is in favor of enslaving the Palestinians? You have hurt her career and you have hurt our movie by treating the Palestinians as human beings. I kind of like Zegler now. I'm gonna check her out a little bit more. Okay.
Kind of like Zegler now also. For this at least, an actress with a conscience and balls.
Anyway, bottom line is, it's a lot of crying. Oh no, just because I support a genocidal government, maybe my movie's gonna make 200 million instead of 300 million. Boo hoo, the real victim is me, my Hollywood career. I've only made several giant blockbusters, even though I can't act. Okay, I'm the real victim here. No, I'm not interested in that. You're not any victim, and you're just another crybaby